Okay, welcome to our class on Exodus chapter 22 to 31. We just completed up to 23. Let's move to Exodus chapter 24. We see here the instructions for the tabernacle and worship. Instructions for the tabernacle and worship. Exodus chapter 4, 1 to 2. Let me read. Then he said to Moses, come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and you shall worship at a distance. Moses alone, however, shall come near to the Lord, but they shall not come near, nor shall the people come up with him. Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord. Then he arose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain with 12 pillars for the 12 tribes of Israel. He sent young men of the sons of Israel, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as peace offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put in basins, and the other half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it in the hearing of the people. And they said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do, and we will be obedient. So Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words. They said, we obey and we do whatever it did. But later on, we see their rebellion nature. Yet, he did not stretch out his hand against the nobles of the sons of Israel. And they saw God, and they ate and drank. Now the Lord said to Moses, come up to me on the mountain and remain there, and will give you the stone tablets with the law and the commandment, which I have written for their instruction. So Moses arose with Joshua his servant, and Moses went up to the mountain of God. To the elders he said, wait here for us until we return to you. And behold, Aaron and the Hur are with you. Whoever has a legal matter, let him approach him. There was instruction given, and then let them construct a sanctuary for me, that I may dwell among them according to all that I am going to show you as the patron of the tabernacle and the patron of all its furniture, just as you shall construct it. God has very clearly instructed. They shall construct an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide and 1.5 cubits high. Very clearly God instructed the sizes, the shape, and where to have the measure seat and all that. I don't have a time to read all that. But again, God said in verse 30, the table. You shall set the bread of the presence of the table before me at all times. At all times. Then you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand and its base and its shaft are to be made of hammered work. Its cups, its bulbs, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. Very clearly instructed. The lampstand, the tabernacle, and about their instruction, and particularly the altar and the court. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 throughout, and the height 5 cubits of 5 twisted linen, and their sockets of bronze. But clearly God instructed, you shall make holy garments for Aaron, your brother, for glory and for beauty. Look at here, particularly for glory and for beauty. Can we have beautiful clothes? Of course. There should be modesty. And they should be good looking. But they should not be in an ugly sense to project. The high priest's garments. And then offerings. Offerings to consecrate the priest. Daily offerings in the morning and evening. In a Eastern context, we have a Nityaradhana. Nityaradhana means 24/7. And the lamp should not be quenched. They're called Deeparadhana. Nitya Deeparadhana. That light should not be quenched. Round the clock, it should continue to burn. It should continue to be there. There are some concepts in our cultural context. So daily offerings in the morning and evening. Moreover, you shall make an altar as a place for burning incense. You shall make it of acacia wood. Even God has given how to make and the laver. Aaron and his son shall wash their hands and their feet from it. When they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water so that they will not die. Or when they approach the altar to minister by offering up in smoke, a fire as sacrifice to the Lord. Cleanliness in the presence of God. Today, because of COVID, we have been advised and it became a habit to wash with soap. Now, God has these laws are very relevant in every culture, in every context, in every society, in any time frame. God has clearly given laws that are very much relevant. This is the structure God has instructed, particularly the ark, the table of showbread, framework, golden incense altar, lampstand, laver, bronze altar, and the tent. Very clearly instructed. Today, if you go to any temples, particularly the Hindu temples, you find this kind of structures. Outer court, Dvajastambam somewhere here today. In the ancient days, they used to give Bali there, sacrifice. And the outer court, inner court, holy of holy, where you see in the holy of holy, the priest between the holy of holy and then the holy and outside, he takes the offerings to the God. So this is actually a biblical pattern. When he had finished speaking with him upon Mount Sinai, he gave Moses the two tables of the testimony, tables of stone, written by the finger of God. Written by the finger of God. Here I'm selected today, chapter 24 to 31, instructions for the tabernacle and the worship.